Yo, Snake, looking good today.
Drebin, what do you want?
That's cold, man. And here I was about to tell my very best customer about face camo.
Face camo?
That camo skull cap you just picked up from Tentacle's shell. It utilizes the same kind of technology as your octo camo suit. Using the two together can get you even better results. I'd hang on to it if I was you.
Doesn't fit. It's not my size or shape.
Yeah, looks like it could use a bit of tailoring before you can sport it. Not my line of work, but... Ain't you got a buddy who specializes in that kind of thing?
Somebody's done their homework.
Hey, it's my job.
Is that the real reason you injected me with those nanomachines? To spy on me?
I prefer the term customer data management myself.
Drebin.
Relax. It's strictly confidential. I ain't gonna share it with anybody.
Then what did you mix a virus in with the nanomachines for?
Virus?
A certain virus was detected in my body. Are you saying it wasn't in the nanomachines you injected?
Look, you do know there are other folks who could have done this to you. And besides, what would I gain from infecting you? Better for me that you're out there kicking ass on the battlefield. I was watching you, Snake. You're a real piece of work. Never thought I'd meet the man who could take down Laughing Octopus single-handedly. She just kept on laughing. Now why do you suppose that is?
Something in her past.
You got it. She's from a village in Scandinavia. Little seaside hamlet known to all the locals as the Devil's Village. Place wasn't known for devils, though. It was known for octopus. See, this was one of the few places in Europe where they ate octopus customarily. Anyway, there's this cult of crazies who for some reason hate the village with a passion. Then, when she was just a teenager, things get bad. These nutcases get their hands on some weapons and attack the village. Overnight, her sleepy little fishing town becomes a war zone. They round up all the villagers and execute them one by one. Except for that girl. They had something else planned for her. Something a whole lot worse than dying. Calling her the devil's child, they forced her to do the kind of thing you'd expect from one of Lucifer's own. After they made her torture her family and friends, they made her kill them. The whole time they were forcing her to laugh, howl like some sort of demon. Like she was enjoying it. What was she gonna do? Say no? They'd kill her too. So she let fear take control and did exactly as they told her. She butchered the bodies of the ones she loved and laughed while she did it. And as she bathed in their blood, it gradually turned from deep red to jet black. To her, it looked like the ink of an octopus. The experience scarred her deep. Ever since then, she hasn't stopped laughing. Only, that ain't really laughter.
Why are you telling me this? You expect me to feel sorry for her?
Nah. I know you got no room for that stuff in your world. And besides, this is war. Right? In a way, though, I guess it was the right thing to do.
What was?
Fighting you cleansed her mind. All right, enough chit-chat. There's other beasts out there in them woods. Watch your back.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to more MGS4 HD, and Drebin gave us a lowdown on Laughing Octopus and her past, and I think there's a little bit more cutscenes before the final bit of gameplay for this act, so let us get on with that.
Snake, have you lost sight of the target? Whenever something moves, it leaves a trail behind. Track and find Naomi's trail.
I'm not like Big Boss. Tracking isn't my strongest suit. When did you get so good at it?
After saving Sonny, I drifted around the globe. In Alaska, a tribal elder taught me some scouting techniques.
Drifted. You never went back to see Rose?
Rose? She doesn't exist. No. Rose and I live in different worlds, different times. Her world has no place for someone like me. My place is here on the battlefield.
Huh.
Listen, Snake. Scouting is based on the principles of hunting. There are two fundamentals: awareness and tracking.
Awareness?
Awareness refers to locating a trail by paying careful attention to your surroundings. Tracking means to follow that trail. Your target's trail could be footprints, a branch they broke along the way, bent grass trampled underfoot. You need to feel for clues using all your senses: sound, smell, touch, the direction of the wind. Watch how the animals move. Listen for unusual bird calls. These are signs that someone may be disrupting the environment nearby.
You sound like a ninja.
Exactly. Ninja are the ultimate scouts. If your enemy is a skilled scout, they'll be doing the same thing. You may be the hunter, but you are also the hunted. To avoid enemy detection, move slowly, little by little. Don't disturb the air around you. Try to make as little noise as possible. Your pursuers will be doing the same, trying to sneak up on you without a sound. If you can't pick up the trail with your naked eye, switch the solid eye to infrared mode. That will enable you to see Naomi's footprints and any enemies lying in ambush.
Switch the solid eye to infrared. Got it.
But the sound it makes while engaged could end up giving your position away. So don't leave it on for too long.
All right.
Listen to your heart. Trust your senses as much as you can. And you will find Naomi's trail.
I'll give it a shot.
Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys this. One of the most frustrating things as a YouTuber is when you record something and it somehow fails. Basically, I spent about 45 minutes recording, and when I pressed stop, it just said capture failed. It's an error that I've never really had before. So I ended up losing like 2 episodes worth, and I got a couple of trophies as well, which obviously I can still show you how to get them, but they're not going to appear on screen when I do. So that's really frustrating, so I'm going to have to reload an old save here and get going from there. So that's a little bit annoying, but let me show you the trophy that I'm gonna show in this particular part. I mean, one of them's obvious, it's just for completing the act, but one of them is the this one here, Hurt Me More, and I'll show you guys how to get that one. So yeah, I mean, it was just pretty much a freak incident. Like I said, I've been making videos using the HD PVR for a while now, and haven't had any problems like that before, so
Snake,
one of them things.
Follow Naomi's trail and find out where they took her. Watch out, though. You might run into a few holdups along the way.
Yeah, okay. So you got to kind of set your weapons up a bit first, because we were in boss mode. So let's get the usual equipment back out. Should pretty much be enough. Alright, let's do this. So yeah, what you got to do, as Raiden told you, I don't know how he knows so much about the solid eye and all that kind of stuff. I don't know where he found all that out from, but we have to use the solid eye in order to track down Naomi.
Snake, the trail splits up into multiple directions.
But
look closely at the footprints.
just shut up. Okay. First of all, let me do the Hurt Me More thing. So you can hide here, and depending on what route you take, you either see this guy from far away or you can creep up behind him. And he's going to be taking a leak, and that gives you a nice free shot. So you press X to get this thing into stealth, L1 to get it ready, and then R1 to fire away. And then you can stun people using the MK. And to be honest, it's not a bad little device. I mean, it's not really something that I particularly use, but I can see why it would have its uses, particularly in the more difficult modes of the game where it's really difficult not to get alerts and that kind of thing. I mean, having something with stealth on it is always It's always nice. So yeah, that's when you would have got the...
Looks like they split up here.
He talks so much. So this is when you get the thingy, Hurt Me More trophy. Right, let's look for those footprints. Obviously, because she was wearing those stilettos, she's got triangular kind of footprints, so you can track those down. And obviously, like Otacon said, there's going to be people waiting for you here and there, because I've already played this section. Well, once.
You think that could be Naomi's?
Once in very recent times, there's a little handkerchief thing. I remember where everyone is, so it's a bit too easy for me right now, but should be someone around here as well. Yes. There we go. Okay. You should have something good, yeah. Master key. So once we cross this little river here, then we get on to part 2 of tracking Naomi down.
Huh? That's weird. Naomi's shoe prints just vanish. But just hers.
Okay, someone decided to just pick her up and just start taking her. So now you've got a few frogs positioned here, so you need to be careful with what you do here. And you can either just kind of use your camo, kind of get close enough, and then just take them out using your MK. Or I guess it's another place where using your using the Mark II might not be such a bad idea, because they're pretty much not going to move. So you can just kind of use the Mark II, creep up behind them, and then just stun them out. So that might also be an option, because especially when you've got the frogs, their eyes are a little bit more sensitive than normal soldiers, so they could theoretically spot you here. So I guess you've got to make sure you don't go through the grass, because they might notice the rustling of the grass. So yeah, just another L1 R1 combination. That is pretty cheap, I have to say, but it works quite well. And it's nice that they drop the weapon as well. No, I don't need it anymore. I think that's enough. Okay, so they put her down now. It's a smart move to try and get us off the trail, actually. I don't know if they... Ooh, that sounded like her. So yeah, I don't know if they actually did it with the intention of trying to put us off the trail, but thank God I was lucky to kind of find the right path. Obviously, because the game's fairly linear, one way or the other you're going to find the right path, but in reality I guess it would have been difficult. Okay, another frog. I swear that hit her in the head. Yes. I'm guessing the frogs are all women, which is quite interesting. I mean, I don't know if it's the thing that they're wearing that makes them sound like women, but interesting group of female soldiers. There's a lot of female soldiers in this game, if you consider the B&B Corps as well. Yeah, so this sneaky prick's trying to lay down a claymore, and there are a couple of them around here.
They must have gone separate ways here.
I mean, even if you don't do anything, Otacon pretty much just tells you everything anyway. There should be like a setting to turn off like Otacon hints, or just like, okay, someone decided to do a handstand. It's weird. Never noticed that before. Don't know what they were trying to do with that. Okay, there's someone with a sniper here, so you need to be careful. If you go straight down here, there you go. So,
who's there?
Because they're using a sniper, they can see you pretty easily. So this is this particular frog here can get you alerted if you're not careful. Okay. I can't really see where they went, so I'm just going to keep going.
How can there be nobody here?
Wow, I've never actually heard that quote before. That's weird. And you can see Naomi's shoes there as well. Oh shit. And it's worth killing this frog because they have a pretty nice sniper rifle. And some random flour. Alright, so pretty much almost there. There's like one more guy to take out, and then we've made it to the next section of really long cutscenes. But these are some pretty good ones. Oh yes. Nothing like a good headshot with a sniper. So yeah, obviously there's no point looking for prints now. You're just going to have to kind of try and find your way through. But when you look to your right here, it should kind of make sense that that's going to be the next section. So yeah, let's move on.
I'm noticing more footprints now. Security's getting tighter. We could be getting close to Naomi.
Yeah. Alright, so more cutscenes.
Otacon. It's Vamp. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. And they're taking Naomi away.
We don't know what will happen. Remember the last time.
I'm willing to make a few sacrifices.
As you wish. We'll begin shortly. Got the go-ahead. Begin. We'll use his blood. It could get intense. Brace yourselves. Shots, all of you.
Yes, sir.
I'll be taking in.
controls aren't stable enough yet.
Snake!
Need a lift?
Drebin!
Get in already!
Naomi! Jump! Can you walk?
It's gonna be a bumpy ride!